Hello everyone, you're welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to rank the position of students. I'm going to be showing you how to get the position of these 30 students using Excel. And also in this Excel, we're going to be using the rank function. We're going to be ranking them based on their average. Now, I'm not just going to show you how to use the rank function. I'm also going to show you how to ensure that it comes out as this, that is first, second, third, and not just as this as one, two, three. So to begin with, we're going to first of all start with the average. So how do we get the average? We're going to use the average function. We'll use the average function. We're going to highlight what we want to find the average. That is just for these subjects. And then I'm going to close the parentheses and click on enter. So I'm going to autofill it. Then for the rank, I'm going to use the rank function. The rank function. And now the number I want to rank is this with respect to these 30 students. So I wanted to find the ranking of these 75.3 with respect to all the averages here. So I'm going to close parentheses and click on enter. So when I autofill, you'll notice that there's a mistake. You notice that we're having one more than two types. So if you notice, if you look at the formula, it's from M3, this M3 to M32. If you check, it's moving M4 to M33, so it is shifting. I don't want this to shift M to change. I want it to remain the same. So to do that, I'm going to do the absolute reference by clicking on F4. I'm going to do the absolute reference by also clicking on F4. So when I do that, sorry, there's a mistake. Yeah, so when I do that, I'm going to click on enter. So after I've done that, I'm going to autofill, and then notice how everything has remained the same. Everything has changed. Now the next thing I want to do is I don't want it to be appearing as 428. I want it to be appearing as 4th and so on. So how do I do that? To do that, I'm going to use the if function. So I'm going to begin by typing equals to if, open parentheses. Now I'm going to say if what is in N3 is equals to 1, comma, assign it to be first, and I'll close the quotation. I'll do the next thing. I'll say I'm going to open the if function again. I'm going to say if what is in N3 is equals to 2, comma, I want it to assign it as second like this. I'll do the next thing again. If what is in N3 is equals to 3, comma, I'm going to assign it as third. Now, I would have continued for 4th, 5th, 6th, but you notice that from 4th to 20th, both carry this th, they both carry th. So instead of doing that, I'm going to use the if function and the and function. Reason being that I would have just said if what is in N3 is greater than 3 but less than 20. But since there is no greater than or less than, I'll just simply use the if and the and function. So to do that, I'll do if, open parenthesis, what is in N3, if it is greater than 3. Sorry, I'm going to use the if and the and function. So I'm going to say if, open bracket, and then I'll next it to the and function. And my logical test is going to be if what is in N3 is greater than 3, comma, if what is in N3 is also less than 21. Now the reason I'm doing greater than 3 is because 4 is greater than 3. I won't stop at greater than 3 because I know greater than 3 is from 4 down to maybe infinity. So I want you to stop at less than 21, which is going to make it from 4 down to 20. So I'm going to say if what is that, I'm going to close the parentheses. So as I've closed the parentheses, so I'm going to see now this has become a one function, just like how if n3 is equals to 1. So if it is greater than 3 or less than 21, comma, I'm going to say what is in n3. I want to write n3 should become, I'm going to use this n% function. So I'm going to say n3 n%, and I'm going to put this th. So I'm saying if what is in cell n3 is greater than 3, maybe like let's say 5, so join it together with this n%. So I'm going to continue again because I know there are 30 students here. So I'm going to say if open bracket, if open bracket M3 is equals to 21, comma, I'm going to say assign it as 21st. If open bracket N3 is, I didn't close the quotation. So if open bracket N3 is equals to 22, comma, I'm going to say assign it as 22nd, comma, if open bracket N3 is equals to 23, I'm going to say assign it as 23rd. I'll close the bracket. Now, I would have continued for 24th, but I also know that 24th down to 30th both carry the TH, this TH sign at the end. So instead of doing that, I will use the if and the and function together. So I'll say if open brackets and open bracket. So I'm going to say if this is greater than 23, comma, but if it is less than 31, if it is less than 31, so if it is less than 31, I will now close the bracket to end the AND function, comma, I'll say assign concatenate it. So I'm going to use N3 with the M% TH. So I'm going to join it together with TH. So that is all. I'm going to close the parentheses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've closed this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 parentheses open. So I'm going to close in 8 parentheses, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to click on enter. Now notice that when I autofill, you see that everything has changed. Let me center it. Yes, so imagine I change here now to be 100. You'll notice that now it's now 21st. Or I change here to be 0. You notice now he's now the second. Or I even change here to be 0 again. Do you see how it's changing third? So I don't want them to see this, so I'm going to hide this column. So that is how to ensure that it comes out as 4th, 21st, and 1st in Excel.